10 Things You Didn't Know About Bishop David Oyedepo. Hello Displorers, welcome to another informative video presented to you by Displore. In this video, we shall take a look at some 10 things you didn't know about Bishop David Oyedepo. Born September 27, 1954, David O. Oyedepo is a Nigerian preacher, Christian author, businessman, architect, and the founder and presiding bishop of the megachurch Faith Tabernacle in Ota, Ogun State, Nigeria, and Living Faith Church Worldwide, also known as Winners Chapel International. Oyedepo has been seen as one of the pioneers of the Christian charismatic movement in Africa and has been referred to as one of the most powerful preachers in Nigeria. Besides some of his most iconic prophecies, very little is known about the man of God. Hence, here are 10 things you didn't know about Bishop David Oyedepo. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Number 1. He comes from a mixed faith background. David Olaniyi Oyedepo was born in Osogbo, Nigeria, but is a native of Omu Aran, Irepodun local government area of Kwara State. He was raised in a mixed religious family as his father, Ibrahim, was a Muslim header, while his mother, Dorcas, was a member of the Holy Order of the Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Church, a branch of the Aladura movement in Nigeria. Very little is known about Bishop David Oyedepo's primary and secondary school days, but he has a great pedigree, which has been seen through his works over the years. Also, his mixed faith family gave him the strong conviction of which direction he wants to take early on in life. Number 2. Two women are responsible for who he is today. Bishop David Oyedepo became born again on February 19, 1969, when he was 15 years old through the influence of his missionary teacher, Miss Betty Lasha, who took a special interest in him during his secondary school days. He shared his first gospel in 1970 and has been on till date. He also rejected a charm his father gave him. As a secondary school student, he challenged God to heal him of tuberculosis after his mates took their beds away from him, and he was healed. Prior to his teacher, Lasha, Bishop Oyedepo's grandmother set him on the Christian path. During his stay with her in Osogbo, he learned about early morning prayers and tithing from his devout Anglican grandmother. Number 3. He resigned from his job. Years before his missionary work, he studied architecture at Kwara State Polytechnic, Lorraine. Eventually, he also got a PhD in human development from Honolulu University, Hawaii, United States of America. He got to use his architectural degree briefly when he worked with the Federal Ministry of Housing in Ilorin. Following his blueprints of his mentors like Kenneth Copeland, Gloria Copeland, and the late Kenneth E. Hagen, T.L. Osborne, Smith Wigglesworth, Pastor Adeboye, and the late Archbishop Benson Idahosa, Bishop Oyedepo took steps to concentrate on his ministry. When he realized how much he wanted to concentrate on his ministry, he resigned from his day job with the Federal Ministry of Housing in Lorin. Number 4. His missionary work began in 1981. Bishop Oyedepo left the ministry for the House of God after receiving a mandate from God in an 18-hour-long vision in May 1981. Before this revelation, it has been reported that he shared the gospel for the first time in March 1970, just after becoming born again. Ordination and ministry. Bishop David Oyedepo and his wife were ordained by Pastor E.A. Adeboye and officially commissioned the church on September 17, 1983, 2 years after the liberation mandate was delivered to him in that 18-hour vision to liberate mankind from all oppression of the devil through the preaching of the word of faith. After this vision, the Living Faith Church or Winners Chapel was born, originally as Liberation Faith House Ministries in Kaduna State. He was ordained to the full-time ministry by Pastor Enoch Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, on September 17, 1983. In 1988, 5 years after he was ordained a pastor, David Oyedepo was ordained a bishop by Archbishop Benson Idahosa. Number 5. Bishop Oyedepo's church holds Guinness World Record. Since Bishop Oyedepo's ministry took off, he has been opening branches in various cities to take care of growing church population. The Winners Chapel International Network of Churches is located in over 300 cities in all states of Nigeria and in several cities in 45 African nations. Also, the well-known 50,000-seater Faith Tabernacle was built to handle the growing crowd and is reported to be the largest church auditorium in the world by the Guinness Book of Records. The ministry has started the construction of a new 100,000-seat church auditorium with a rotating altar. Despite the church's heavy presence around the world, in 2020, Bishop Oyedepo announced that before the year runs out, God, whom he claims told him, will plant 10,000 churches globally. By January 1, 2021, it was announced that despite these disturbances caused by the COVID-19, the church was able to plant 10,000, with resident pastors allocated to each. Number 6. He has helped open some of Africa's best schools. Bishop David Oyedepo and his organization founded over 100 educational institutions from primary Kingdom Heritage Model School, secondary faith academy, and tertiary stages of formal education. Covenant University was opened to students on October 21, 2002 and was adjudged to be the best private university in Nigeria as of 2005 and the best in West Africa in February 10, 2015. The university was also ranked the positions of the 12th and 13th best university in Africa by both Webometrics and Repo Stories in Africa. They have a vision of being the best tertiary institution in the world. On March 21, 2011, Landmark University, Omuaran, Kwara State, another educational institution founded by the ministry, officially opened for the first students, and it was founded to build up a world-class agricultural standard university and raise world-class agricultural men in Nigeria. Number 7. He is also an author and president of a huge organization. Bishop Oyedepo is not just a cleric, as he is also an author of many bestsellers including Pillars of Faith, Born to Win, and Possessing Your Possession. Bishop David Oyedepo has written over 70 Christian, inspirational, motivational, and spiritual books and has been published by the ministry's publishing house called the Dominion Publishing House. The Dominion Publishing House was commissioned in December 5, 1992 and has since then published books, mini-books, magazine, and other resources to over 4 million prints today. On the other hand, he is the president of David Oyedepo Ministries International, DOMI. This organization comprises of all the living faith churches worldwide and the World Mission Agency, which is the global missionary arm of the church's operations. Covenant University, Ota Landmark University at Omu Aran, Crown University at Calabar, Kingdom Heritage Modern School, Faith Academy in Canaan Land, Ota, and the Dominion Publishing House, the publishing arm of the church, also fall under DOMI. Number 8. Bishop David Oyedepo is the master of clapbacks. Over the years, the preacher has faced many accusations concerning the source of his wealth, as well as other subjects, but he has consistently showed how less these opinions are to him, reacting to rumors that he maintains his private jets with the church's money in 2017 during an interview with Education Explorer. The pastor said, "I feel very good. It's an opinion. Let me tell you what my understanding of persecution is. It's simply an opinion harshly expressed, and everybody has a right to his opinion. People who are walking in the truth are hardly bothered when things are said negatively about them because they have nothing to hide. The truth is, I have never felt it. Some say it's not human, but I have not. I can't be wasting my time trying to reply lies because I have too many things to do. They are doing their work, let me be doing my work too, and before they wake up in the morning, I've done the next one. So it doesn't matter. My idea of it is that in a football match, you have only 22 people playing with thousands of spectators, and that is the way it is in the journey of life. In every field, you find just a few players and many spectators, multitudes. If we don't know where to place opinions, they will displace us." This is just one example of how excellent the bishop is at clapbacks. Number 9. His sons are mirroring the bishop's footsteps. Bishop Oyedepo met his wife, former Miss Florence Abiola Akono, when he was only 22 years old at a motor park, and they tied the knot in 1982. Now, Pastor Mrs. Faith Abiola Oyedepo and the bishop have been blessed with 4 children, David Jr., Isaac Love, and Joy David Jr., and Isaac Oyedepo, who became pastors after they were ordained by Kenneth Copeland in May 2007. David Oyedepo Jr. was the pastor of London branch of the church with his wife, Kemi, but now he is the current resident pastor of Faith Tabernacle, while Isaac Oyedepo is the present resident pastor of Winners Chapel International, South Africa. Number 10. He is the wealthiest pastor in Nigeria. In 2011, Forbes named him the richest pastor in the world, with a net worth above $450 million. Pastor David Oyedepo happens to be one of the richest Nigerian pastors too. The man of God owns several buildings around the world, including real estate in London, UK, and in the United States. He isn't only a pastor, he's also a business mogul, architect, and given that he is the founder of several schools in Nigeria, he earns substantial revenue from his reputable university and schools. Pastor David Oyedepo, when talking about his wealth, revealed that God swore to make him rich because he donated a car for the preaching of the gospel. In his words, he said, "I gave my car to God not to be rich but to spread the gospel, and God swore to make me rich." Now in one day, we bought 87 buses at once. Another day, we bought 100 buses at once. We now buy buses like loaves of bread. Many of you will soon be building houses like loaves of bread. He recently acquired a Gulfstream V-Jet valued at $30 million, making his personal collection to 4 aircrafts, including a Bombardier Challenger aircraft and 2 Gulfstream planes. He owns a fleet of very luxurious cars too, including Mercedes-Benz and BMW. There you have it, Explorers. Those were 10 things you didn't know about Bishop David Oyedepo. If you liked this video, Give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.